Right now at 10, former President Barack Obama speaks at the Democratic National Convention. And a former Monroe County deputy enters his plea for sexual assault charges. Plus, a La Crosse report details an increase of overdose deaths.
You're watching WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. The former Monroe County deputy facing sexual assault charges pled not guilty today in a La Crosse Circuit Court. 29-year-old Aaron Yang is charged for allegedly having sexual contact with a 16-year-old female in 2023. He is charged with 2 counts of third-degree sexual assault, child enticement, sexual contact, and sexual intercourse with a child 16 or older. Yang will be back in court on December 5th. A man is in custody and hospitalized after a chase and shootout with authorities in Wood County. According to the sheriff's office, Wisconsin Rapids Police responded to a domestic disturbance call early this morning. The suspect fled in a vehicle, leading to a pursuit. Portage County deputies later attempted to stop the suspect on State Highway 54, but he allegedly fired at officers multiple times. The suspect's vehicle was eventually disabled. After exchanging more gunfire with police, he fled on foot. Authorities eventually located the suspect on a rooftop where another shootout took place. The suspect was struck, then taken into custody and hospitalized. No officers were injured, though several squad cars were hit by gunfire. The sheriff's office has not yet released the suspect's name at this time. Well, a bit of a chill we had this evening with a light breeze. It almost felt like fall, Greg, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, the whole month of August actually has felt more like probably the month of September in regards to temperature-wise. So we had more high clouds out there, a few low clouds out there throughout the afternoon and evening hours, and just some high clouds now remain outside. But overall, really pleasant, more like September kind of conditions out there we've seen. And that's been really the trend for the whole month. And once again, we were below average for most locations, given a little bit more cloud cover than we had on Monday. But all in all, pretty pleasant conditions. Right now, still a few little high cirrus clouds out there. Otherwise, they've kind of dropped back into the 50s in some spots, low 60s in other areas. All the precipitation well to the west is not going to get anywhere closer than it is right now. So really, if you plan out tomorrow morning, we're looking at basically temperatures climbing back up into the 60s by 9 a.m. and then eventually 70 probably by La Crosse too. And the same stories would go for Eau Claire too, minus some fog potential, but I don't think so much up in that area. But overall temperatures 50s to start off, will be about mid 60s by mid-morning, and then potentially in the 70s by noon, with a little bit more sun going in the afternoon hour. And really, you can't really speak, the yard work type of atmosphere out there has been just fantastic for August. We'll kind of break down when yard work may become a little bit less enticing as we go towards the weekend a bit later in the broadcast.
Yeah, and that yard looks like quite a feat.
Yes.
Wouldn't want to be the one pushing that mower. All right, thank you, Greg. In just a few days, students will be back in the classroom. Today, the Boys and Girls Club helped them get ready during their Stuff the Bus distribution. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall is learning what school essentials were given out for the new school year. Jeremy.
Well, Emily, today's Back to School Fair is one of 5 in La Crosse. It's a one-stop shop for parents to pick up school supplies, get their kids vaccinated, and even get a haircut without spending a dime.
April Fair is a mother of 3 kids. She says it's a challenge buying school supplies for her kids, nieces, and nephews.
It's very challenging when you're one person with a one-income household and you have 5 children that you're trying to buy things for.
The challenges for Fair go beyond school supplies every year.
Every school year, the challenges I face are just school shoes and clothes, basically, because we all know shoes are not cheap. And inflation prices, making the prices go up as far as clothes and all that, it's very tough.
Stuff the Bus, an annual fundraiser that collects school supplies for families in need, distributes the supplies to 3 different organizations, including the Boys and Girls Club.
We have several different community booths, whether it's transportation to school, maybe it's a clothing closet to make sure that kids have everything they need to go back to school. We know that this can be a stressful time for families. It's expensive. There's a lot of things to think about when you go back to school.
Every year, Boys and Girls Club has the Back to School Fair to make returning to the classroom easier and affordable for families. They can pick up backpacks, notebooks, and writing utensils, get a haircut, and learn more about community organizations. Just like FAIR, Jessica Cambria feels the challenges of getting her children ready for the new school year.
With just inflation, with everything that it is, it's very hard as a mom of two. With healthcare, we don't have the luxury of having health insurance, so, we were able to get these shots.
And there will be another back-to-school fair at the YMCA on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Emily.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. Former President Barack Obama, former First Lady Michelle Obama, and Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff spoke tonight at the DNC. This comes a day after the unofficial farewell speech from President Joe Biden, who served 8 years as Obama's vice president. Tonight, he talked about the future of the country and explains why he believes Kamala Harris is the best person to be the next president of the United States. The Obamas have been in close contact and have supported the Harris campaign over the last few months.
She'll work on behalf of every American. That's who Kamala is. And in the White House, she will have an outstanding partner in Governor Tim Walz.
Obama also went on to say one of his best decisions as president was naming Joe Biden to be his vice president. Vice President Kamala Harris also made a virtual appearance at the DNC, speaking from a rally in Milwaukee with her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. The call came after the ceremonial roll call vote where delegates from each state select the party's nominee for president. Although Harris had already been officially named the nominee after a virtual roll call vote earlier this month, she celebrated and thanked the delegates from Milwaukee.
I thank everyone there and here for believing in what we can do together. We are so honored to be your nominees. This is a people-powered campaign, and together we will chart a new way forward.
Walz is expected to speak tomorrow night and Harris on Thursday to wrap up a convention intended to bring more excitement to the new ticket. Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance made another stop in Wisconsin today to speak to a crowd of law enforcement in Kenosha. Vance highlighted Trump's support of police while attacking Democratic leadership for being what he called soft on crime. Republican Representative Brian Steele, Wisconsin Senate candidate Eric Hovde, and Kenosha County Sheriff David Zorner joined Vance on the stage. Hovde echoed Vance's sentiment of supporting the police and being tough on crime.
I support law enforcement. President Trump, J.D. Vance will always have your back, and we will never incorporate such a crazy idea as defund the police.
Now, today was Vance's third trip to the battleground state this month. Residents in Wisconsin are being urged to check their water quality online. Today, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources announced the Wisconsin Water Explorer, a web-based tool that shows the water quality of local lakes and rivers. The tool provides insight into current conditions, analyzes data, and makes automatic reports. It also shows whether a lake meets water quality standards and can identify likely sources of pollution. People who are interested in using the new tool are encouraged to enroll in DNR's Citizen Lake Monitoring Network. According to the La Crosse County Health Department's annual overdose fatality review, overdose deaths have increased by 45% in 2023 compared to the previous year. 55 people died from a drug overdose in 2023. Synthetic opioids like fentanyl were involved in 85% of those deaths. The deaths were most common among those ages 25 through 64.
Anyone can be affected by an overdose, and it's not certain populations or certain people or what we see in the media or in TV, and it can be neighbors, grandparents, sisters, brothers, siblings.
According to the review, 3/4 of those who died from an overdose had more than one substance in their system at the time of death. The search continues. Crews continue to look for survivors after a yacht was sunk by an unexpected storm.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT hand-breaded chicken sandwich.
It's time to make America golf again. Buy your 2025 Platinum Golf membership this month and play the rest of 2024 free. That's right, play the rest of this year free when you purchase your 2025 Platinum membership now. Save more when you make America golf again. Visit us online at Drugans.com or call 526-4144.
At Drugans Country Club, yes,
Improving your home, improving your life with new windows. If you are tired of old windows that don't open or close properly, that are drafty and cold, that are rotting and falling apart, your life can be better. Enjoy comfort, convenience, and peace of mind with new windows. Feel good when your home looks great inside and out. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day. The Board Store, 524 Copeland, La Crosse.
The greatest meal deal for your buck? Hardee's Original Bag. Just $5.99. Loaded with your choice of 2 full-size favorites, plus fries and a drink. All for just $5.99. Hardee's. Goodness in the making.
Rescue crews searching for more survivors from a luxury yacht that was hit by an unexpected storm off the coast of Sicily Monday. Nearly 24 people were on the yacht when the storm struck, killing at least 1 person. 15 people were rescued. Emily Schmidt is reporting as 6 others, including a tech billionaire and 2 Americans, are still missing.
The deep blue waters of the Mediterranean have calmed after a sudden Monday morning storm. Yet the search for what was lost in the storm is more intense than ever.
While we tend to think of the Mediterranean as, kind of flat and glassy and a beautiful kind of enclosed sea, it can be very rough, and it is susceptible to storms like we saw took place.
This was a vessel made for extremes. The aluminum mast, over 50 feet taller than the sailing yacht, was long, among the tallest in the world, before it broke in half and sank the ship full of luminaries. Chairman of Morgan Stanley International, Jonathan Bloomer, and his wife, American lawyer Chris Morvillo and his wife, British tech investor Mike Lynch and his daughter, all are missing.
The vessel probably took on a lot of water very quickly and went down to the bottom, and that is nightmaric for the crew on board, being asleep and then all of a sudden waking up to a ship in the room you're in being on its side and flooding with water heading down to the bottom.
Divers now face dual dangers of deep water and a tilted hull. What was once luxury above the surface, now a maze below it. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
A fresh new look. An Eau Claire community unveils its upgrades that are creating more community connection.
Pleasant conditions continue for the next few days, but we do have the 90s and some humidity coming back for the weekend. We'll time that out and show if we can have any rain in the forecast. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
It's been a long 3 months, and shortly the little darlings will be headed back to school. If you need order restored at your home, let the team at Maxwell White undo the chaos.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get up to $7,400 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
It's been a long 3 months, and shortly the little darlings will be headed back to school. If you need order restored at your home, let the team at Maxwell White undo the chaos.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Today in La Crosse, a healthy breakfast helped raise awareness for mental health. Great Rivers United Way held its annual fundraising breakfast, marking the start of its early yearly campaign. This initiative focuses on supporting mental health programs and providing essential needs like food, shelter, and safety for those in need. A recent 2024 Compass Now report conducted by Great Rivers United Way and local health systems highlights mental health as a significant concern in the Coulee region.
We want to let everybody know that we heard them, and so we are focusing in on mental well-being in terms of improving it, in terms of focusing in on programming from what we can do.
Now, if you need assistance or want to discover ways to support the Great River United Way, you can find the link on our digital platforms. The Eau Claire Community Center is getting some new additions. Today, the Eau Claire Chamber of Commerce and the City of Eau Claire hosted a ribbon cutting ceremony for the new SCS Community Center. The Community Center features a 24-axis fitness center, an outdoor kitchen area with a grill, and a gas fireplace. The Director of Business Development says the new center will help the community come together and have a safe space to build connections.
The residents have access to this area to come together because we really are trying to build a multi-generational community. So they have a place to gather with their neighbors. If they're having a larger party, they have some space that's available that they can gather in.
Several other multifamily projects are still under construction, and if you're interested in learning about apartment availability, you can visit their website. Well, a nice mild streak we've had here. Pretty cool tonight, but we're expected to warm up as the week continues. Let's send it over to Greg to see how hot we're going to get.
Well, we have several days yet to go, but we still got morning fog to probably deal with, the typical areas. So once again tonight, probably getting down to the 50s. Coldest areas will be back in the mid 40s, and you could see pockets of fog, especially near river areas. Once again with this cloud cover early on, probably more partly cloudy or more some clear skies as we go towards the morning. Now here's the visibility right now. Overall, it looks like to be really concentrated in river areas, but you could still see visibility between about 2 to 5 miles. We're looking mainly at that 6 to 8 a.m. time frame with pockets that could be a little bit less at times too. Not expecting widespread dense fog, but there could be some pockets of that, which is really typical for this time of year and is kind of this more September-like pattern that we've kind of been into. So there's your fog. Pleasant temperatures through Thursday. Will warm up a little bit Friday. There could be a shower maybe Thursday night into Friday as a warm front kind of slips north, but that chance is pretty low. Really the pattern, we're in the northwest flow. Out to the center, out to the west is this ridge or high pressure. The jet stream is going well to the north and then diving southeast. So that keeps us under northwest flow, mild, pleasant conditions, and keeps the storm track just to our west. So we do see some clouds like we saw today, but the precipitation stays to our west given this flow. And we're going to really be sitting in this one for at least a couple more days for things change. Really waking up by noon, you're probably going to see temperatures around the 70s, a few high clouds still there, but I think we'll see a lot more, probably more sun in the afternoon. That may result in temperatures a little bit warmer in some areas than we saw today. So topping off close to 80 in some areas, more to the mid 70s up to the north. You'll see the winds begin to turn around to the southeast. So that should help warm us up a little bit. Then tomorrow evening, not much, one again, quiet conditions. Temperatures blowing back into the 60s with a few high clouds, but I think it'll generally be more clearing conditions as we go into Thursday morning. A little bit milder too. So we talked about 90-degree days. We haven't had a lot this summer. 8 in La Crosse, 2 in Eau Claire. Compared to last year, we're well below that and even below average too for what we should be seeing will look like we're going to pick some up here, but it won't be until the weekend because this dome really of hot conditions down towards Texas, which have been baking in the plus 105, 107 range, is going to begin to lift north towards the area. You start to see it expand here, kind of this 3D imaging. Eventually by Saturday and Sunday, we're going to see a piece of that kind of pull north as the jet comes up. So we're going to see more heat and humidity coming towards the weekend. Now this will continue probably into early next week, but it's going to probably start tailing off. So what does that mean for temperatures? Pretty much above average. Right now we're kind of been near or slightly below, but as we go through Wednesday, Thursday, we're still kind of mild, but then as we approach the weekend, here comes your 10 to 15 degrees above average, expanding up to our area as the west really cools down. In fact, they might even see some snow in the Sierras with this system. We're going to be baking probably in the mid-90s potentially as we go through the weekend and extending into Monday and Tuesday. But we're not going to see that as overall for tomorrow. Just 70s, a little bit warmer today, but still below average to what we should see. We'll probably be near seasonal Thursday and Friday, and then heat up and humidity rises quickly this weekend and continues early next week before kind of tailing off. And as of right now, mainly dry conditions, but we'll have to keep track early next week to see if we do have any rain chances. But right now it looks fairly dry, but we are going to see a little bit of taste of real summer coming back.
Okay, and less serious clouds tomorrow?
Yes, those less serious clouds, those serious, yes.
All right, just want to make sure. All right, thank you, Greg. Coming up in sports, hear why one area volleyball team is ready to take the next step this season. Plus, the Brewers were looking for their 7th straight victory at Busch Stadium. Jacob's got all the action up next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
Refresh your space with a mid-century makeover at Ashley. During the Labor Day sale, discover statement pieces starting at $499.99. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. No minimum purchase required. Shop more deals in-store and online.
We know the fentanyl coming from Mexico and China is a threat here in Wisconsin.
It's why Tammy Baldwin is working to stop it.
And Tammy passed the bipartisan Fend Off Fentanyl Act.
It takes on the Mexican cartels and the fentanyl coming from China.
And Tammy Baldwin voted 32 times to strengthen our border.
32 times to increase border patrols.
And technology to keep illegal drugs out. Because Senator Baldwin knows
keeping us safe is her first priority.
Tell Tammy Baldwin to keep securing our borders.
Kyle just made a decision that would change his whole world.
Hey, you're sober? You drive.
Kyle just made a decision that would change his whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
There's a side of Eric Hovde you might not know. In his 20s, he was diagnosed with MS, and in that moment, his life and priorities changed. Eric started Hovde Homes. Hovde Homes rescue abandoned children from sex trafficking and slavery. For children who never experienced real love, Hovde Homes offer the love, care, and support they need to heal. MS changed Eric's life, and thousands of children are alive today because of it.
Labor Day mattress deals are happening now at Ashley. For a limited time, save up to $1,000 on select mattress purchases. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. Only at Ashley.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Back in 2016, Danny Dolan was one of the leaders of the Aquinas State volleyball team. A year after Dolan graduated, Nellie George took over as the head coach. Now Dolan is succeeding George as the newest leader of the Blue Gold team. Today was day 2 of practice for Aquinas, and there were smiles all over the floor as excitement is high within the program for what is to come. Last year, the Blue Golds fell 1 game short of making the state tournament, but a ton of production returns from that group a season ago. Danny Dolan is very familiar with the team as she coached most of them in the JV ranks for the last couple of years. Now she takes over at the varsity level, and Dolan hopes to lead them to a similar path her and her team went down 8 years ago.
I said to the girls today when we met this morning that this program meant so much to me when I was in high school and I played for this team, and there's no greater feeling than reaching the milestones that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year.
She also said she's spoiled to inherit such a talented roster for her first year, but the feeling is mutual for the players. They're excited to play for the new head coach and hope to make it to the Resch Center this time around.
I feel like this transition has been super seamless, and I feel like Danny was the best person for this job. Obviously, I loved having Nellie as my coach for 3 years, but they have a lot of similarities, and I'm just super excited to work with Danny too.
I think playing in a state game would be so fun and just a really cool experience for us all to have. And we were so close last year, so I'm really hoping that this year we're able to work it out and make it there.
Aquinas will go for their 6th consecutive 20-win season. The Blue Goals get going with their first game at home a week from today against Holmen. Some news out of the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference today. The UWL football team has been picked to finish first in conference, according to a preseason poll conducted by head coaches and SIDs in the league. Their 11 wins a season ago were the most since 1996. Elsewhere in the standings, perennial powerhouse UW Whitewater is picked to finish second, and UW River Falls and UW Platteville are slated to finish third and fourth, respectively. Well, the Packers have a joint practice with the Baltimore Ravens on Thursday before their final preseason game on Saturday. John Harbaugh, the head coach of Baltimore, says it's valuable going against a team with the caliber of Green Bay.
We're excited to go against Green Bay. We think they're that kind of a group, a good football team, right there, almost in the AFC Championship game, proven team. So we're looking forward to that opportunity to go practice against those guys.
All right, Brewers going for their 6th straight win on the road against the Cardinals. Would be their longest streak of the year if they can get it done. Jump to the 2nd inning. 2 men on for Sal Frelick. Lines one back up to center field. Willie Adames is going to come in to score, and Milwaukee takes the 1-0 lead. 5th inning now. Joey Ortiz at the plate, and with a man on third, he grounds it through into right field. Sal Frelick touches home to double the visitors' lead. And then in the 8th, Milwaukee looking for some insurance, and they're going to get it in the form of William Contreras. That's a deep shot to center field. Defense cannot make the play. Garrett Mitchell comes all the way around from first to score, and the Brewers go up by 3. And it's a good thing that they did, because trouble in the 9th. Cardinals with the bases loaded down by 1. Devin Williams with back-to-back strikeouts to end it, and the Crew holds on to take game 1 3-2. And the Twins looking to bounce back after a loss last night in San Diego. Despite being ahead 3-1 through 5, the Padres put up 2 in the 7th and 4 in the 8th. They lead 7-5 in the 9th. So just some great stuff from the Brewers, though.
Yeah.
The Dodgers lose tonight. Milwaukee tied for the best record in the National League. So that's big stuff. So.
And they play again tomorrow, the Brewers?
They do. Yep. They have 2 more against the Cardinals. So
awesome. I'm going to wear my Brewers cap while I'm running.
All right.
For extra luck.
There we
and
go.
I'm going to run even faster to give them even more
Love
oomph.
it. Love it.
Okay, we'll have
I'll be there in spirit.
Yeah, okay, good. Trailing behind me.
Yeah.
All right, more news right after this.
Life has become too expensive. Groceries and gas have gotten out of control, and red tape is killing the economy. But fortunately, our Congressman Derek Van Orden is fighting for solutions to make living more affordable for us in Wisconsin. He's advocating for common sense bills that would make everyday items like gas and groceries more affordable.
Now, Congress has an opportunity to lower costs by cutting red tape. Tell Congressman Van Orden to keep working to lower costs and support the Red Tape Reduction Act.
The Make It Ford summer sales event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford summer sales event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get up to $7,400 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
Improving your home, improving your life with a better bathroom. In just a day or two, you can enjoy a wonderful new tub or shower that is attractive, easy to care for, and safe. New fixtures, shelves for storage, and grab bars for safety. Be safe, be happy, enjoy bathing again. Be even happier with everything new. Comfort Height toilet, vanity, sink, faucet, mirror, light, and new flooring. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day.
My cancer drugs, $1,800 per month.
My hospital bill for a heart attack, $241,544.18.
I'm Rebecca Cook. My parents are like a lot of folks hit hard by sky-high medical bills, and with hospital closures, access to care is an even greater challenge. So what does Derek Van Orden say? Destroy Badger Care, gut Medicare, deny women reproductive care. I'll fight for affordable health care. Derek Van Orden won't, and that's why I approve this message.
Go get him, honey.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Maria Brañas, an American-born Spaniard considered the world's oldest person at 117 years old, has died, her family said on Today. In a post on Brañas' X account, her family wrote in Catalan, "Maria Brañas has left us. She has gone the way she wanted, in her sleep, at peace, and without pain." The Gerontology Research Group listed Brañas as the oldest known person in the world after the death of French nun Lucille Randon last year. Brañas was born in San Francisco on March 4th, 1907, before her family returned to Spain when she was young. Her X account is called Super Catalan Grandma and bears the description, "I am old, very old, but not an idiot." The next oldest person listed by the Gerontology Research Group is Japan's Tomiko Ituka, who is 116 years old. A wife well lived there and with a sense of humor. Greg will have one final look at your forecast when we come back.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT Hand-Breaded Chicken Sandwich.
Sanctuary cities protect illegal immigrant criminals from being deported, like an illegal immigrant arrested for battery in Madison. Instead of being deported, he was released and went on to assault several more women, including a 13-year-old girl. Senator Tammy Baldwin voted 9 times to support federal funding for sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegals back onto our streets. And Baldwin voted for amnesty for 11 million illegals, including criminals. Tell Senator Baldwin, stop protecting illegal immigrants and start protecting Wisconsin.
Hey folks, Ronnie Craig here, inviting you out to the 27th annual Elvis Explosion live at the La Crosse Center, September 6, 7, and 8. Come on out, see 30 Elvis tribute artists from all over the world. Battle it out for $25,000 in cash. Tickets for this rocking weekend are available at the box office, Ticketmaster.com, or Days of Shows. That's the Elvis Explosion, September 6, 7, and 8, live at the La Crosse Center. See you there, or you ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Thankfully, American Waterworks offers proven, warranted solutions. Typically less expensive than full replacement and more efficient and lightweight than mud jacking, our methods are designed to last. After all, your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
My day is packed. Client meetings, patient rounds, getting kids out the door.
But Eric Hovde thinks all women care about is Hollywood.
It's just deplorable. Sadly, with females, they spend too much time focused on what's going on in Hollywood.
Well, guess what, Eric Hovde?
We know you supported overturning Roe versus Wade.
And we know you'd vote for a national abortion ban, too.
Eric Hovde must think he knows better than us.
What is wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
The greatest meal deal for your buck? Hardee's Original Bag. Just $5.99. Loaded with your choice of 2 full-size favorites, plus fries and a drink. All for just $5.99. Hardee's. Goodness in the making.
All right, we could see some typical morning fog in some of the areas, but tomorrow should be maybe a couple degrees warmer, still below average with probably less clouds in the afternoon. Still pleasant. The winds will be turning around to the south. Pleasant conditions continue through Thursday. We warm up Friday. We get hot and humid this week, and a little taste of summer coming back.
Looks like a nice night for some football on Friday.
Friday should be good.
Looks like it's going to taste good. Taste of summer. Have a good night.